There's a place at the bottom of the ocean, in a town called Bikini Bottom, where a not-so-happy cephalopod lives between a brown stone and a giant pineapple. You already know the pineapple. You probably know the stone. But do you know the name of what's in between? If you grew up with SpongeBob SquarePants, you know Squidward tentacles. You know his clarinet, his sardonic remarks, his passions and his pet peeves, most of which revolve around SpongeBob and Patrick, his home too. That stoic, unwavering stone monolith, forever gazing across Conch Street. But what is the true name of Squidward's house? Let's take a closer look. First, the structure itself. Squidward's house stands out literally like nothing else in Bikini Bottom. It towers at 3 stories, blue-brown in color, with a prominent, long-nosed face carved into its facade, a large stone brow, half-lidded eyes, and a mouth twisted into a kind of perpetual frown. This is the residence of someone who believes himself to be superior, the only house, in fact, that looks annoyed to exist. Fans have called it different things over the years. The Tiki House, the Moe Squidward's Face Tower, and Devon more confusingly, the Easter Island Head. But which one is accurate? Is there a definitive name? Let's go to the source. In the actual SpongeBob SquarePants show, Squidward's house is almost never given a formal name by the characters. SpongeBob calls it your house, your place, or sometimes your tiki. But there's one episode, Season 1, Episode 1, to be exact, where the narrator describes it as the Easter Island Head. That's not a coincidence, because the building is heavily modeled after the famous Moe of Easter Island massive stone statues built by the indigenous Rapa Nui people. These statues are known worldwide for their elongated facial features and stoic expressions, which Squidward's home unmistakably mimics. Official merchandise and Nickelodeon promo materials often refer to the house as the Moe Head, Moe House, or Easter Island Head. Video games based on the series usually name it as Squidward's house, but occasionally Moe Head slips through as well. So does it have an official name? The answer is sort of. The canonical answer, in show scripts and production notes, is usually just Squidward's house. The first descriptive term to appear in the broadcast is, in fact, the Easter Island Head. The inspiration, visually and culturally, is the Moe. But why build a Moe in the middle of a cartoon sea town? The answer has more to do with design than with biology or history. According to the show's creator, Steven Hillenberg, marine biologist, before he took up animation, the Moe shape was picked because it gave Squidward an air of pretentiousness, as if he lives inside a monument to himself. It's a long nose, the sculpted brow, all the features that Squidward fancies in himself, carved into stone for the world to see. The house itself is, in a way, a physical manifestation of Squidward's ego. But that design choice also gave the show an instantly recognizable architectural landmark. Kids across the world, without ever reading a textbook, could point to Squidward's house and say, "That's a Moe. That's from Easter Island." Maybe not always correctly, but enough to spark some curiosity. So what is the name of Squidward's house? To most fans, it's just Squidward's house. If you want to sound a little more precise, you might call it the Moe or the Easter Island Head. But within the world of Bikini Bottom, it's just the place Squidward calls home a house. That's somehow more expressive, more judgmental than the person living inside. It's not really about the name at all. It's about what the house tells us. That even a cartoon cephalopod can live inside a monument, alone with his art, dreaming of a life where his neighbors are a little quieter, and his furniture less likely to be destroyed by jellyfishing accidents. So next time you watch an episode and see that moody stone face looming beside a pineapple, remember it doesn't have a single definite name, but everyone knows exactly which house you mean. That, in the end, is what makes it unforgettable.